welcome back. And today, I'm actually gonna be installing a bunch of these Mishimoto parts. So we're gonna start doing, which I believe this is the radiator. I think this is the oil cooler. No, this is the oil cooler. Coolant reservoir relocation kits, some radiator hoses, and a 4-cylinder cooling mod, which I have no idea what it even means, but I'll find out. So first things first, let's start unboxing.
Real quick, if you guys are looking for the best way to get entered to win our STI, consider joining throtl VIP. That's our car club if you're not familiar with it. As a VIP Gold member, you get a whole merch box filled with t-shirt, license plate frame, and a whole bunch of other goodies inside. Now this month, we're doing something a little bit special where if you sign up for throtl VIP Gold, that's the annual membership in January, one of you guys is gonna get an extra 500 bucks in your box. If you're already a throtl VIP member, we're gonna do something a little bit different, and all the information is gonna be in the throtl VIP Facebook group. We're gonna be giving away a full Meguiar's detail bag filled with supplies for you guys so you can detail your cars and have them looking extra nice.
I'm doing the cooling. All right, so right now we got the 2018 Subaru STI in the quick jacks because Mickey's got too many projects on the lift and we can't use them now because they're stationary projects that he hasn't finished.
My projects? These are throtl projects. These are projects for throtl.
Why is this thing not open?
I don't know,
Oh,
you installed it.
You have to like press the lever, like all the way. So right now, the first thing I want to do, I'm gonna drain the coolant, and then I'm gonna rip the radiator off, and then I'm gonna rip the fans off, and then I'm gonna replace both of them, and then I'm gonna do the coolant hose. But let's take the bumper off first. Bumper's coming off.
Seibon wouldn't have been too happy about that, I don't think.
All right, well, we got the Torque Solutions fourth, what's it called? I forget.
Fourth cylinder coolant mod.
Fourth cylinder coolant mod installed along with our Mishimoto radiator, as well as our Mishimoto oil cooler.
I know, that thing looks rad.
It looks so good. You gotta be able to see it kind of through there. Adds a nice mean look back here behind the Seibon
That lip though.
carbon fiber lip.
So aggressive.
And now it's time to address the intercooler. A lot of you guys hosed us for the front mount intercooler on the last Subaru we did because you said we're not making heaps of horsepower, so what do we need a front mount for? On this build, we're actually gonna be using the Mishimoto top mount intercooler, which looks like this. You know, we looked at a few different brands. We chose this one because Mishimoto is a great partner to us. We know there are other options on the market.
Of course there is. It's a Subi. There's a lot of options out there.
But we think the Mishimoto product is fantastic, and we're gonna go ahead and bolt this on. We do not have an aftermarket blow-off valve yet, so we'll be using the factory blow-off valve, basically just replacing the factory
For now.
intercooler with the Mishimoto intercooler for now. We'll be adding some other bits to this, but they just haven't arrived yet, and we need to stay busy, so we're gonna toss this in. So let's get this thing kicked off, and we'll give you some time lapse to show you guys how it goes.
Bam.
Alright, let me pop the hood and show you guys what we got done here. Saw the Seibon carbon hood. If you guys missed that episode, we installed our Seibon carbon hood. We also installed this sweet one-piece carbon fiber lip. I really like the side detail. Kind of builds in a little diffuser on the side, or something. I don't know if you call it diffuser, but a little bit of aero, and it follows the body line of the factory bumper, which is pretty cool. Woo! So, while we had it apart, we went ahead and tossed the intercooler in. This is from Mishimoto. A really cool talking point about this is that it's actually a carb legal intercooler. I have placed the carb exempt label on it. So for those of us here in California, this is a really big deal. We can make these modifications to our vehicles, not have to worry about being harassed by the authorities or the California Air Resources Board. So this is a perfectly legal modification, which is great. We also went ahead and tossed in our Mishimoto radiator, Mishimoto upper and lower radiator lines or coolant lines, which are silicone. Nice upgrade, definitely a bonus. Those will last pretty much the life of the vehicle.
Oh, so the one other thing that I noticed hidden is this black overflow container. It looks like a welded aluminum and maybe powder coated black. Just really clean design. The original one was a plastic container.
Yeah, it's a white plastic container, and it's cool because you can see the fluid level through the container. That's the reason they use a clear plastic or white plastic. What's cool about this one is since it's not clear plastic, it actually has a cool little max and min kind of a dipstick, I guess you call it, for the reservoir. So you can actually tell how much overflow is in there, as opposed to being able to see through the factory clear one, which is prone to heat cycling, cracking, discoloration, looking like crap, where this aluminum one is going to look great for the life of the vehicle. We also tossed our Mishimoto oil cooler on, which you can see through the grill. That was a really nice kit, bolted right in. We pulled the bumper off to do it, and the last thing that's not visible that we did was our 4th cylinder coolant modification, where we tapped into the block. There's an existing plug on the side of the block near the 4th cylinder. You pull that plug out after you drain the coolant, you tee into the heater core hose line, and basically you're rerouting coolant into the area near the 4th cylinder. It helps keep the temperature of the engine a lot more stable, and you don't get a hot spot at that 4th cylinder.
You know, a lot of it is just kind of getting all the necessary mods so that we can make more power with the car, right?
Yeah.
So I just saw a bunch of parts just came in, so let's go ahead and show you those, because that's going to be the exciting stuff. That's going to get us ready for the dyno.
Yeah.
Now comes the good stuff. All right, so we've got a bunch of stuff here. 1200cc injectors from Fuel Injector Clinic. Now this is a new partner of Throttle's. These are now available on throtl.com, so if anyone is looking for injectors, you can actually buy them through us. As you guys know, every dollar you spend is gonna give you an entry to win our STI at the end of the sweepstakes.
Before we skip on to the next product, can we just look at this case and packaging?
I know, packaging is great.
So this actually we flipped over. These were kind of hidden in here, which is kind of neat. And the little logo plaque in here. I can't really put it back in, but really nice packaging.
Really nice.
A keeper case to put your stock injectors in case you ever sell the car.
And then they had a little quality assurance, a label that we just cut. So really nice packaging. I'm very excited to try these out. I've heard really good things. Bill from Delicious Tuning also said really good things about them. So very excited to try it. Moving on.
To push the fluid to those injectors, we've got the new DW brushless DW440. So the new brushless product, I'm curious to see how it works out for us. We're used to traditional pump setups from Beachworks. This new technology should help keep the temperatures down, and I think this pump's going to last longer than a standard pump because of all the other benefits of brushless technology.
Yeah, so the install looks like a little bit more complex, where you have a module that you need to mount to outside of the tank, right? And then this will be the drop-in just like you normally would. So it's really not too terrible. I mean, we're talking about just a handful of wires here.
I'm sure that there is an install video on how to wire this into an STI, so we'll have to look at that. But
everything with Beachworks is pretty straightforward and
bulletproof, honestly.
Yeah, we haven't had any issues with that too. So I'm very excited for this. This is also, I think, the biggest Beachworks pump that we've installed. So this is 440 liters per hour.
And did we say these are 1200cc injectors? So they're also pretty big injectors for what we're doing, which is great. So it's good to overkill on the injector size.
Exactly.
And pump, for that matter.
So this should be plenty on the fuel side, and then that's kind of hinting towards, okay, what are we doing next? We're converting to flex fuel with the Delicious Tuning flex fuel kit, which we have now installed, what, three or four times?
We did this on the last Subaru, and this was a great improvement. We were able to see some pretty good horsepower gains from that car just by doing this, switching to the E85.
So all of this is going to be coming up in one of the upcoming episodes. So if you want to see us actually make a lot more power with this Subaru and put it on the dyno, including tuning with Bill from Delicious Tuning, hit that subscribe button. I think that's it. That's it for today. Shout out to Ricky, even though you're not here, for putting in the hard work on the STI. It's looking great. So comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Same thing, we should open. So I'm just gonna fucking. Yes,
oh, wait, hold on.
I do.
Let's do this.
Guess what?
Let me do, this is how the video will open.
Bam! I cheated, I opened it and then they yelled at me to put it back in. They always do. I gotta stop. What's up, buddy?
Is Evan here?
Nope.
No Evan.
No Evan.
When's he gonna be back?
Tomorrow.
Let's get it on.
Oh, babe.
The wing is sick.
Is it? Did you open it?
I opened it yesterday. It's badass. Nice. It's got a wicker on it, like a gurney flap.
Yeah.
That unbolts.
Rip to the unboxing video.
That's what Mickey does.
What are you, new, bud?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Rookie.
Damn, 3 drops, bro. Until you realize that you put the wrong hole. Oh, 2 for 2, baby! Really? Come on, bro. Bro, I thought that was the carbon one.
How much carbon fiber I've bolted onto cars today? A lot. Like metric ton of carbon fiber. At that point, we'll bring you guys along for the. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Cut that out, Vic.
Dude, this front rip is...
I'd love to pop it if I can actually get in the mother. Thanks, Vic. Do a modification, which is great. And also have trains. You train, Thomas. Thomas the train.
All right, so you got the Mishimoto
Oh, you're
radiator.
keep going. I thought we were waiting for the train.
It's going. Oh, it's still going.